Welcome guys back to another video. Today we're going to be going through some submissions on r/entitled parents. I hope you enjoy this content. Let's get right into it. My son is allowed to bully you because you're weird. When I was in middle school, I developed a nervous tick. The way it was explained to me was that I had a lot of stress, but I didn't have a way to deal with it. This caused my brain to search for an outlet, which ended up causing me to scream at random times. As you can imagine, I got a lot of everyone else at school because of this. I went to see a therapist to help it go away, and one of the first things she suggested was that I bring a stress ball to school. I picked up one of those stress balls with the faces and named him Gerald. I had Gerald for about a week. Until one morning on the bus, I had Gerald in the front pocket of my backpack, and I was trying to get some homework done when I heard my backpack being opened. I looked up to see one of the high school kids holding Gerald up in the air. I knew this kid. He was one of the worst bullies. But his granddad was friends with my granddaddy, so I had known him my whole life. He lived with his mom, EM, and his granddad. I hoped that he would show some humanity, so I spoke up. Can you please give that back? He went back to his seat, opened the window, and threw Gerald out. The bus driver told him that she was going to write him up, which would get him kicked off the bus for the rest of the school year. Unfortunately, she also told me that the school wouldn't Unfortunately, she also told me that she couldn't legally stop the bus. When I got home that afternoon, my dad picked me up and told me that both he and my mom had received emails about the incident. I told him that I didn't want to talk about it at that time, and he understood that and gave me space. A few hours later, we got a knock at our door. My dad answered, and it was EM. I got a call from the school today saying that AK, a-hole kid, can't ride the bus anymore because of your daughter. She said, I'm a single mom and I work. How am I supposed to pick him up from school? I don't know, my dad said. Frankly, I don't care. Your son bullied my daughter. My tick was triggered and I shouted, which caught her attention. How is he supposed to treat her like a normal person when she does things like that? You know she can't control it, my dad said. BS, EM said. You just can't discipline her properly. I bet she does it for attention. EM, my dad said, I can't do anything about what happened to AK. That was completely up to the school. Yes, you can, she said. Just make her tell the school that she was provoking him. Then they'll let him back on the bus. How was I provoking him? I asked. He literally took my stress ball from my bag while I wasn't looking. How is it fair that you're allowed to scream at random times? No consequences, and you're allowed to have toys on the bus like a 5-year-old, EM countered. My tick is caused by stress. My tick is caused by stress, I said. The stress ball was supposed to make it stop. Your tick? Yes, she really used finger quotes. Isn't real, sweetheart, she said. I know you're faking and you think you can get away with it because you weren't brought up correctly. Maybe your son thinks he can get away with terminating my daughter because he wasn't raised right, my dad said. He shut the door in her face and locked it. We waited a few minutes and she finally drove away. Our story doesn't end there. The following Saturday, I was home alone when there was a knock at the door. It was AK and his granddad. My grandson has something he'd like to tell you, he said. I'm really sorry I took your stress ball, he said. I won't be bothering you anymore. I was too surprised to say much, so I just shrugged and said, it's fine. No, it's not fine, GD said. If he or his mother ever bother you again, don't be afraid to call me. ED pulled out his wallet and tried to hand me a $20 bill. That's very kind of you, sir, I said. the stress ball was only $5. The extra 15 for putting up with them, he smiled. Oh, okay, I said. Thank you, sir. The next day after church, I bought a stress ball that looked like Gerald. I named him Gerald II. A week later, everyone on the bus was told that we couldn't have personal belongings in school. Phones, gaming systems, stress balls, because it was making other kids jealous. I can't prove this, but I'm pretty sure EM made a big deal about things not being fair, and the school decided to appease her. My therapist ended up getting me to try some breathing exercises when I was feeling stressed, and they actually worked a little. But after all the stories I've read on the subreddit, it's a really real possibility that an entitled mom will demand that I give her my lungs because her kids get good grades. Yo, that's really messed up. She came to her house and said, I know he bullied you, threw your stress ball out the window, but hey, you're weird, so you kinda deserved it. Entitled mom demands I give my donuts to her kids. This just happened to me today, and I'm still really peeved off. So excuse some of my grammar slash spelling mistakes. I was going to a coffee shop called Tim Hortons, and they have small donut balls called Tim Bites. They're really good. EK equals entitled kid. EM equals entitled mom. Me equals me, clearly. I went to Tim Hortons that day, like usual, and got a drink and 10 Tim Bites. I started to walk home from Tim Hortons, and there were 5 kids. Out of them is this store's EK. The EK. Can I have a Tim Bite? She was yelling because this was in a large parking lot and I was somewhat far away. No, sorry, I said. No, in a somewhat firm tone. I tend to talk in a firm tone. That's mean. Running into her mom's car and the other 4 kids run away. After about 15 minutes, the EM comes out of her car and literally runs as fast as she can up to me. Literally like 45 feet away. EM, why didn't you give my kid some Tim Bites? Me, because it's mine and I paid for it. EM, I don't care. Give my kid some Tim Bites. You spoiled brat. Me, no, I'm not giving you anything. If you asked nicely, then I probably would have given you some. I'm actually screaming at this point. What the F? You piece of feces. Give me some now. Me, I turn around and attempt to walk away. Stands in my way. Give me some now, you greedy teenager. Me, please move or I will be forced to call the police. I was trying to remain calm, but I was really angry at this point since I was already having a bad day. What? You can't call the police. My husband is a police officer and I can have you arrested, you brat. Okay, walks past her, starting to speed walk. Grabs my arm tightly, trying to grab at the box of Tim Bites. Me, let go of my arm now. No, I will let you go when you give me Tim Bites. They are literally $2.39. Buy some yourself. No, I'm a single mother. When she just said her husband was an officer, and I can't afford to buy extra stuff, even though she said her husband is a cop. Me, you're aware that you're assaulting a 14-year-old, right? Let go of my arm. After a second of hearing that, immediately runs up back to her car, and then I began to walk away, hoping that was the end of everything. Drives past me while screaming, "You a-hole, you're gonna get what's coming to you." I just ignore her and then walk home. Also, those Tim Bites tasted extra good, knowing that they didn't get a single one. I meant to type kid, not kids, in the title. Sorry. Honestly, good on her for standing her ground. and not letting the EM scare her into giving away her donut balls. Hey guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I was just trying this out, seeing if I liked reading subreddits, recording myself read them, and uploading them. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what subreddit you want me to read next. I will see you guys in the next one.